The SpaceX firm, run by Elon Musk, has begun to sow the seeds of Martian life. But what will we do exactly when we get there, and what will life be like? Join us as we examine the possibility of residing on Mars and the means Elon Musk will employ to make it happen. Please watch the entire video since we have saved the finest for last. Today's video is about what life in Elon Musk's trusted Mars settlement will be like. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. How will Elon Musk transport people into Mars? The fundamental concept of moving people and things. We only say that it is relatively simple because Elon Musk and SpaceX have already worked it out. The SpaceX Starship will transport us from Earth to Mars. It is a sizable spacecraft made of stainless steel that can leave a planet, travel across space, and land on Earth, undamaged. It can repeat this with only a brief refueling stop in between. No rocket like it has ever been successfully produced. Therefore, this is a true game changer. The spacecraft will transport people and goods between Earth and Mars. When the Earth and Mars are closest to one another in orbit, the Starship can carry 50 Tesla Model 3 cars worth of weight and 100 tons of cargo. Twice a year, star fleets will travel the 7-month distance between the two planets. A few ships will be used on the initial voyage to test the waters, but afterward, thousands of spacecraft will be launched by SpaceX from Earth to Mars. What will life on Mars be like? On Mars, the ambient temperature is roughly minus 60 degrees Celsius. The equator of Mars may, however, see a maximum temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius during the height of summer, which is very astounding. Carbon dioxide dominates the atmosphere of Mars. It doesn't exist. The atmospheric gas on Mars means there isn't much to work with. Additionally, there is nothing to do. On the surface, there is nothing to protect you from cosmic radiation. Because our atmosphere can block off all the dangerous radiation that would kill us if exposed to it, the sun makes life on Earth possible. The gravity on Mars is also far less than on Earth. Since Mars is considerably smaller than Earth, its gravitational attraction is only approximately 1/3 as strong. This works in our favor since our bodies will be significantly weaker after 7 months of weightlessness. Dust storms on Mars. Additionally, these enormous dust storms may cover the entire planet. In several scenarios, dust on Mars will be a significant issue. On Mars, where the atmosphere is thinner than Earth's, the wind wouldn't be a problem. So the wind would only be blowing at roughly 60 kilometers per hour even in a ferocious 100-kilometer high dust storm. The dust is what there will be since it travels everywhere. It must be carefully sealed to prevent dust from entering and harming our equipment. Maintaining the cleanliness of the solar panels as a whole would be a complex undertaking. Despite being unpleasant, the dust storms won't be as bad as the scene in Mad Max where everything is destroyed. They will instead be incredible. As a result, it is evident that Mars won't be a secure location, and as Elon has said, there will probably be fatalities and several catastrophic events. Everything on Mars will have such a small margin for error that even the most minor errors or equipment breakdowns might be fatal. According to Elon Musk, a new SpaceX would only proceed when he went to Mars alone. Elon isn't overly optimistic about his chances of surviving, even in his role as CEO. But is there anything we can do to make Mars a more livable place for people to live? If you've seen this far, please like it and subscribe to our channel to see more videos supporting Elon Musk's plan to terraform Mars. Elon Musk has a ludicrous concept for that. Why should Mars be destroyed? In August of this year, Elon Musk tweeted, "We ought to merely, that is a drastic remedy, but there isn't much science supporting it. The views are different. The idea is that if several nuclear bombs were to detonate over Mars' polar regions, the heat would melt the ice and unleash enormous amounts of carbon dioxide and water vapor stored there. All of this recently released gas would increase Mars' atmosphere's density, potentially causing a greenhouse effect that would start to warm the planet." Yes, that makes sense. It's not outlandish, but it's difficult to know if Elon is being serious or joking about this idea. A comprehensive analysis published in 2018 in the Journal of Natural Astronomy concluded that not enough carbon dioxide had been deposited. If released, there wouldn't be enough, at least not enough that we are aware of, to significantly warm the globe. According to other scientists, even if there was enough gas to make the idea work, it might still go wrong and start a nuclear winter disaster. It's difficult to foresee how Mars will be terraformed if the explosion produced enough Martian dust to cover the entire sun and block the sunlight for years. On the other hand, dropping nuclear bombs on the Earth is a ridiculous and useless idea, possibly dangerous activity. However, there are more effective ways to gradually and gently create a new habitat for humans. Each piece of land is separate. Life under a dome on Mars. Therefore, humanity will have to adjust to Mars being an uninhabitable wasteland for an undetermined amount of time. How can we live there, then, if that's the case? As far as anyone can know, humans reside underground, in eggs, soil, or domes. Each dome can have a little little atmosphere created inside of it. It enables us to travel and unwind without the need for spacesuits. Naturally, since a single continuous dome couldn't be transported to Mars, it couldn't exist. As a result, a modular architecture, similar to a honeycomb, would be required. 3D printed egg Mars habitats. Martian constructions, which are made of soil, might be 3D printed. This exists, using the resources acquired. A company called AI Space Factory has created an automated process for 3D printing and an egg-shaped structure. The concepts work best with bioplastic to create a durable construction material. The polylactic acid binding materials would be acquired from crops that could be grown in greenhouses on Mars, while the bath salt fibers would be extracted from Martian rock. According to AI Space Factory, an egg-shaped construction would be the most suitable to endure interior heat and air pressure strains. A 3D printing robot would create an extremely durable, sturdy, and insulating shelf as the finished item. Keep in mind that gravity and wind are much less of a concern on Mars. Therefore, building higher is not at all problematic. This is definitely more feasible than attempting to construct a massive dome out of materials we hauled from the Earth. It's hardly the opulent Martian metropolis from science fiction that we've all undoubtedly imagined. The AI Space Factory has already received NASA's assistance, and the organization won a $500,000 prize in their 2015 competition. It will be challenging to power a Martian colony and to find the most inventive Martian construction. How to power a Mars colony? Solar energy is now the best option, but it has some drawbacks. On Mars, the sun's energy output is around 40% lower than what it is for us. It poses a serious issue. To power any Mars colony of a modular scale, we would need a massive number of solar panels, even in the best-case scenario. The energy of the sun is reduced much more. Even in places without storms, dust will build up on the panels and reduce their performance if the colony is collected. To manage this, we would need to use an automated process that would use even more of the scarce resource. We may also harvest hydrogen from Mars's icy waters by hand, which could eventually become the most critical job on the planet. However, this option is a little more complicated because electricity will be needed to operate the mining process. So, in the long run, it might be a viable alternative. It does not, however, assist us in the early stages of life on Mars. Consequently, obtaining enough energy to run this device will be. In the next 30 years, tens of thousands of individuals may depart from Earth to spend the remainder of their lives on Mars. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.